Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm reviewing for you the Kat Von D Lock It Foundation. So I have the lightest shade L41, which is like light 41. It's also like neutral undertoned according to the website. Now the website shows that it has 30 shades. So having a look on the website, this foundation does go quite dark and quite light. It hasn't got the biggest shade range in terms of light and dark, but I like it. Like, I would prefer it have like a nice spread of shades, because I think like with 30 shades you're not going to be able to get every shade. I mean, it's always expandable in the future, but then by having shades that go quite light and quite dark, if you like the foundation you can mix it and kind of create your own shade, which is what most people do anyway. Not every shade in any foundation is like going to match you, no matter how many shades they've got. So I'm going to insert some swatches down below so that you can see shade 41 in comparison to some of the other foundations in my collection.
This is the Kat Von D Lock It Foundation in L41. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation in Fair. This is the NYX Total Control Cover Drops in Pale. This is the Body Shop Fresh Nude Foundation in Chelsea Porcelain. And this is the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation in Ivory.
So this foundation is like more high end. It retails for £27 for a fluid ounce. This is like the standard measurement. So we're going to have a look in the description box to kind of see what this foundation is supposed to be like, how it's supposed to wear. And of course you guys will see me apply it and see what I think. Now I haven't like read this before, and obviously I have the foundation on now. So when I apply it, I don't really know what it's going to look like. I don't know if it's going to be like full coverage or anything like that. So you'll see as like I put it on. So the description says it's a matte, not flat canvas that stays waterproof, fade proof and transfer resistant for up to 24 hours. Available in 30 shades. It's a unique formula that delivers flexible full coverage. All you have to do is adjust the amount of foundation you use to achieve your perfect finish. So it kind of has like a little list as well of like the claims it has. So it's supposed to be a matte finish, long wearing, buildable coverage, minimizing the appearance of pores and imperfections. It's supposed to be cruelty free and vegan friendly, which I like. I think a lot of products these days are moving towards being vegan and cruelty free, which is great. I mean, no one needs animal products in their makeup. If you can get good makeup that has none of that involved, then why not? But anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop the foundation on my face. You'll see how I apply it, see what I think, see if you guys might be interested in it. Maybe not, we'll see. So if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you press that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload. So if you want to see how this foundation looks and wears on my skin throughout the day, I do like an 8 to 10 hour wear test, then please keep on watching. So when I initially like looked at this sample pot, I thought like it was going to be super liquidy, and then when I tipped it, it was all going to come out. But it's actually like quite thick and quite light. I'm properly impressed. It might actually match my neck. As you can see, my face is so much redder than my neck, so it's not really about matching it to my face as it is about matching it to the neck. So I put about an equal amount on each side of my face, so I'm going to go in on this side with the brush. That is a really nice shade, really pretty. The foundation seems to be spreading quite far as well, which I like. It's basically a shade match. If you look, I've blended it down my neck a little bit and it's just blending seamlessly into the neck. It's not looking so hot, to be honest though, on the brush side. It's looking quite makeup-y. I'd say it's like high medium coverage, but it's just looking like not smooth at all, not remotely natural. I think perhaps the sponge is going to look a bit better. Much better with the sponge. I don't feel like it's like clinging to any dry patches or anything actually, which I like. I felt like it was clinging a touch on this side. I'm thinking of starting to incorporate an oil back into my nighttime routine. I'm just smoothing this brush side out now, just because I feel like it's going to help like reduce the dry patches. This is looking far smoother with the sponge, far smoother. I feel like the coverage is very similar as well. I don't feel like you're kind of sacrificing one for the other. Don't get me wrong, I still think it looks makeup-y, but I don't feel like, you know, it's quite as bad. So I would definitely recommend using this with a sponge. It looks fine like on the centre of my forehead actually. My wrinkles are settling a touch. But I feel like around here you may not be able to see, but I have a lot of texture like around here, and that is what's making it look so makeupy. Actually, the fact that all of my texture is just so emphasized, I can see like every little bit of it. Like the coverage is fine, it smooths out far better with a sponge. I would recommend using a sponge. It's like medium to full coverage. I think from far away it looks absolutely fine, but up close it is looking a little bit makeupy. And I feel like whenever you're going to be adding, say, a powder or anything else on top of this, it's just going to make it look even more makeupy. So I like my foundations to look really smooth and natural before I add anything else on. I feel like this would benefit from adding a little bit of like CYO Long Lasting Life Proof in, because I feel like that foundation is just super smooth and that would look far better around like the mouth area. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the rest of my makeup on and I'll be right back. I have warmed my face up a lot with bronzer like I normally do, and honestly the foundation is still looking makeupy. Now the shade looks very good on my skin tone. It hasn't oxidized. It looks still really good, like blended into the neck. I have no problems. However, I don't like that it looks so makeupy. That's my only problem with it. The coverage is really good. It's not gone patchy. It is settling actually quite significantly into my lines here. I have had to like sponge them out like a couple of times whilst I was doing the rest of my makeup. You'll see this eye look coming in an upcoming video. But it's not quite right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to look so makeupy, and even though I've used a setting spray that shouldn't make me look so makeupy, it's settled all the powder in, which looks good, but then the foundation looked makeupy to begin with, if you know what I'm saying. So for the rest of my makeup, I used a combination of the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in Extra Fair and the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in White. To set my face, I used the Coty Airspun Powder and the Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder. For bronzer, I used the L'Oreal Back to Bronze, and for blush, I used the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. For highlight, I used the O for a Highlight in Pillow Talk. For mascara, I used the Benefit Roller Lash. For my eyeshadow, I used the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe Ring the Alarm palette from the Vault collection. I'm there like, which palette is it? And I also used the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lip in Leo. And to set my face, I used MAC Fix Plus. So we're going to see how this foundation looks in a few hours. So it's about 5 hours later and my foundation is looking the same. So I'm not honestly feeling like it looks any different. It's still looking fairly makeupy. Like all of my product is still on, which I really like there's near enough no change. I feel like it's lasting really, really well. And this has been on for 5 hours, so it's like half of the wear test, absolutely no change. And honestly, like if I didn't mind looking a little bit makeupy, I wouldn't be so bothered. I've not had any further settling into the lines up here. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's fairly like hot in my flat today. But I haven't been doing any exercise or anything like that would create more oil, so I can't say how like oil controlling it is. However, it's looking okay. It's not emphasised any more dryness that might be coming up under there. So I think it's looking good so far, and I think the 10-hour point will be like the true test, because otherwise it's lasting very well. So I'm back and it's been about 8.5 hours, and honestly I think the foundation has worn like very well. I feel like it's barely changed since I've like had it on since the beginning. Like you can look at it, all of the products is still there, like no touch-ups, none of it. Like honest to God, it looks so good still, all of it. Like I've touched up my lipstick, but that has nothing to do with the foundation. It looks so nice, like in terms of long wearing, it looks exactly the same near enough. I feel like I've become like a touch more oily because of the heat, and that's maybe it. Otherwise, I look like exactly the same. I feel very makeupy still, but like I don't feel too makeupy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I would definitely wear this again, definitely. Like if I'm going out and I don't mind looking makeupy, like this would work, especially considering how long wearing it is. Like if I'm thinking I'm going to be going out in the afternoon and I'm not going to be doing makeup again, like I'm not going to have the time, then I would wear this and I would still look exactly the same. Do you know what I'm saying? Which I think is beautiful. I'm not going to have to touch up anything. So if I'm going to go around to like one of my girls' houses, like, and then we're going to go out a bit later, I'm not going to have to redo any of this, which I think is amazing. You could just pop on a pair of lashes, it would amp the look up and out you go. So I think that's what's beautiful about it. So honestly, it's kind of like a love-hate thing. Like I love like how long lasting it is, and then it matches, and that generally it looks okay, but I hate like how makeupy it looks. Do you know what I'm saying? But generally speaking, I'd say this is like a good like 7 out of 10. I'm fairly happy with it. So if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you press that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload. Thank you for watching.